do not watch Attack on Titan once. If you're confused, I suppose we should start from the beginning. Attack on Titan looks something like this. Oh, wrong clip. It actually looks like this. Attack on Titan is probably one of the greatest pieces of fiction to ever come out of Japan. It's one of those shows I feel like the longer the time goes on, the more people are going to begin appreciating it. It's hard to explain the feeling, but I believe we are in a rare moment where a classic is being produced and released as we're alive, and we truly won't understand until it's all over. When I think of Attack on Titan, I put up there with shows like Fullmetal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop, Death Note, Yu Yu Hakusho, classics that set a new standard for their time. And this only exploded more after I recently rewatched the entire series while my internet was out. I started to notice bits and pieces of foreshadowing, noticing little moments that you wouldn't really understand until later, and it made the experience hundreds of times more interesting and enthralling than my initial watch. The show goes from simply being a great anime into an amazing anime, and it fully clicked to me what makes this show so special. And that's why I'm here to make sure you do one thing, and that's one thing only. I want to make sure that you do not watch Attack on Titan just once. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. This goes without saying, I'm going to say it regardless. Major spoiler warning for anything in the anime. I'm going to be avoiding the manga as I'll save that for another day. But any released episodes, OVAs, movies, not that one, you stay in the garbage, trash, has a chance to be brought up. So, you've been warned. As I said before, I recently sat down and rewatched the entire show, from episode 1 all the way to the first episode of the final season, part 3. And to say my mind was blown again would be an understatement. Isayama is probably one of, if not the greatest writers in the last 10 years free, creating characters, moments, and surprise to all culminate in collaboration with the animators, the musicians, the voice actors, creating such an amazing experience. And if I'm to talk about all this, I guess we should get started soon, or we'll be here for about 13 years. So if I had to find a place to start, I'll pick... characters it is. The characters of Attack on Titan are a little, you know, I mean...
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun? Sweet Jesus! Lord have mercy! My baby!
In reality, the characters are fundamentally the backbone of the show, driving the plot and the story along while also serving as our eyes and showcasing what we know. The main characters Eren, Mikasa, Armin work together as a great trio, bouncing off each other and simply playing the perfect roles given to them. But the thing that stands out the most aside from those three are the side characters. The ensemble cast are phenomenal to say the least. You get characters like Erwin being such a complicated and decorated leader, or characters like Hanji being a series at comedic piece, and to an even lesser important characters like Connie or even Marco. They all play such important roles, and without them the show wouldn't be the same. People often talk about which anime has the best secondary cast, and I for one will put Attack on Titan in that list 100%. If not for the amount, but for the quality. I look at someone like Levi. Levi is one of the best interesting characters, not just in the show, but in anime as a whole. You can feel his feelings with his actions and how he carries himself. And as you learn more and more about his past, you begin to feel sympathetic about his situation. You truly can't find a way not to enjoy him. I know the fangirls love this short king. But he also showcased so damn well. One moment that stands out the most to me is on the return after the female Titan mission, where Petra's father talks to Levi. You can feel the tension and hurt Levi after hearing all of this, and it's so well done. I want to start doing more videos on the show as a whole, and a character study on Levi is definitely on that list. So that's all I'm going to say for now regarding this. But also, Historia is my wife, and I am the on to the next. It wouldn't be a Attack on Titan video if we didn't talk about the animation. And no, I'm not going to sit here and start a war between Wit Studio fans and Mappa stans, even though that would be a really fun battle to watch. I want to sit here and praise both studios evenly because they both did a phenomenal job. And knowing the animation conditions in Japan, from learning about Wit's production schedule and the routine they had to go from this lovely video right here, and we all know what Mappa employees are going to, and they are never going to see the light of day.
Man, I quit. You quit? I'm done. Yes, I quit. I'm tired of this. What? No, I'm done. You're done? I'm done wasting time. I'm about to get started on... Oh, you done wasting time? Right now. Oh, okay.
To start off, the 3D maneuver gear is done so well. insanity. It makes me wish these things were real, knowing my dumbass would probably end up like Eren on the training gear. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of the beauty of seeing Spider-Man swing around in the first movies way back when, and they keep improving upon these concepts even further. The weight, the flash, momentum, because I know damn well that nigga ain't have to do a damn flip.
Nice.
And this isn't just Wit. Even though I think Wit did 3D maneuver gear better, Mappa also knew when to snap when deemed necessary. Alongside that, as a non-hater of CGI and anime when it's done well, the Titan fights produced by Mappa are nothing less than epic. They feel so weighty and dynamic, while feeling natural at the same time. Like, remember when Eren broke the ultimate anime rule? Like, remember when Eren broke the ultimate anime rule? Make sure to like and subscribe. But no, the CGI that Mappa uses for a Titans fight is such a smart way they could go about it to save time, resources, and we don't end up with Colossal Titans that look like this. Ugh. But lastly and most importantly, I want to talk about the character designs. I learned from a previous video mentioned how hard they worked to create the characters and unique style they decided to go with for the show. It feels unique and really sticks out when it comes to AOT, regardless of how it's not exactly the manga art style. It does justice and each character stands out. And then you have on the other hand, when Mappa did it, they decided to create a more mature and manga accurate designs that we have now. And to be honest, I can't decide which one I like both. I absolutely adore how even with the art style change, it was easy enough to spot who was who and see how much they've grown and changed over the years. Like episode 1 Eren side by side, season 4 Eren is such a drastic change, but you can still tell that they're both Eren. Bro went from literal sexual harassment to unspoken riz. And don't even get me started on Connie. My man, shout out CJ the Champ, got a fresh lineup. The two teams both did an amazing job, and instead of comparing them, can we all just appreciate the hard work and dedication put into the show and just learn to, I don't know, enjoy them?
Get this guy out of here.
Now, great characters and visuals are great. But you want to know what ties all of it together? The sound design. And oh my god. The voice actors in every single dub feels excellent. The Japanese dub, the English dub, and even the Spanish dub of them are great. And you might be wondering, yes, I've watched the show in Spanish. Why? Well, I think I have a problem. But remember, kid, the first step to fixing a problem is acknowledging that it's a problem in the first place. But quite literally, the VAs do an amazing job showcasing the emotions and carrying the characters to the next level. I know people like to bash on Bryce, and I mean, I like to bash on Bryce because of his lesser than edgy sounding screams. But they oddly fit Eren's character uncomfortably well. When this nigga is spewing his nonsense on how he wants to kill the Titans, I get literal chills at how he managed to bring out the raw emotions and feelings of his character. And it's not even just Eren's. Levi's voice feels cold yet sincere, and it matches his personality flawlessly. Erwin's speech delivery and how it makes me want to get up, run into the street to my own death at his whim.
Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My soldiers push forward. My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
And even in Japanese dub, when I heard Levi say Shinso Sasageo, I swear I almost cried. And on top of that, combining the vocals with the godlike soundtrack creates moments. And holy shit, the music in this show deserves its own damn video because these motherfuckers were cooking. They were chefing up devious things in the lab. They were cooking up misleads. You got the most dramatic masterpiece of the instruments they turn to for specific moments. The subtle yet eerie pieces for the moments of worry and the melancholy sounds for moments of despair and hopelessness. And then at the peak, in my opinion, the action pieces. God, when the vocals come out, they fucking come to play. When Barricades or Bangladesh or however you say it, this song right here kicks in before Hanji. Just know the music of Attack on Titan is a video that is coming eventually. Expect a lot of Attack on Titan videos in the future, and if you don't want to miss me playing through this hyperfixation, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe and stay updated on when those videos drop. Alright, anyway, enough shilling. The thing that really makes Attack on Titan is the storytelling and the themes. The show starts off so simple and evolves from a depressing story about humanity on the brink of extinction into one of the best mystery, war, philosophical, ideological stays in the history of anime. At first I wasn't a big fan of the show. It felt like it was trying to be edgy and depressing to watch, but as things move forward, it stays that way. But Isayama kept adding layers and layers, and it creates a cohesive narrative spanning over thousands of years even. We're basically put into the eyes of Eren, Mikasa, Armin, and we learn more about the world as they do. We get knowledge, of course, handed to us, but as you watch, you're making inferences and theories to try to guess and explain why certain events happen or how things work. Like trying to figure out how Eren's powers work, what the Titans are, and where they came from. There's little clues placed throughout the story, and it's a fucking game of Among Us trying to piece together everything. My favorite part of watching the show was trying to figure out how the female Titan managed to find Eren in the forest, and the clues were right there, but I was so bent on trusting Reiner, I didn't suspect him at all. And on further rewatch, so many things just begin to click. And that's because Isayama's writing is so thoroughly planned ahead of time, and his ability to foreshadow events and give us just enough information on things all makes sense.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Isayama is a mentally insane person that likes to hurt people. I bet his room looks like this. Bro was posed up like Aizen writing the story because every little story beat was a part of this motherfucker's plan. From literally the 3rd episode, he says to place the fact that Reiner and Bertolt might be the other Titans, but the crazy thing is, it's so subtle that at first you're like, oh, he's just using camera angles to keep the scene dynamic. But specifically cutting to them when talking about the Armored and Colossal Titan, bro! Then you got like the smaller thing, like the steam on Reiner and Eren after getting hurt, or the warriors sticking together, or hell, even the subtly and deeper meaning of Erwin asking, who do you think the enemy is such a simple yet insane line once we get the context. And the fact that it goes even deeper than this? And then don't even get me started on Eren. There's so many moments where you can tell future Eren is being a fucking menace towards himself in the past. Bro gets these random memories or moments of information or flashbacks that have future Eren written all over it. Like, I swear this man just loved toying with himself so damn much that it gets a little obvious he's there. Eren will randomly get a source of knowledge or insight. I'm just sitting there looking at the corner for this nigga like, there you are. Is one of those factors that make watching the show create so much more enjoyment on a different watch. Is that the shocking surprises, you're instead filled with so many aha moments and realizations that would be impossible to know upon the first watch. And then you start to realize how fucking dumb you are as a whole, that these things were in plain sight and you just missed them. Like watching the show for the first time, I kind of suspected Reiner and Annie based on the designs of the Titans, but I never figured out it was Bert. Like I was so confused who the Colossal was that when I rewatched it, I wanted to slap my young self. You know what? Actually, give me a second. So, what is up, guys? It's your boy. Anyway, Attack on Titan has become my second favorite piece of fiction of all time. It's not common for something to jump so high on my list, but this show, this piece of media, has managed to touch me in ways only a few shows can. From the music, to the characters, to the writing, to the storytelling, from the walls, to Marley, everything just clicks to me. Media as a whole can touch us in ways we never expect, and the power of it is truly immeasurable, and Attack on Titan is no different. Revisiting a show can sometimes feel like a chore or a hassle, but Attack on Titan is truly something else. They made rewatching the show a reward, and it makes you truly amazed at the talented team that put everything together. From the writers, to the animators, to the musicians, to the voice actors, everyone put their heart and soul into this, and it shows. And if I had to tell one person one thing about Attack on Titan, is that they shouldn't watch it. Once. Peace.